A 96-year-old great-grandmother says she thought she was going to die when she found an intruder in the bedroom of her St Albans home. The terrifying break-in was one of 4 overnight as a wave of home invasions once again sweeps Melbourne.
Great-grandmother Sophia Barbopoulos returns home after a harrowing night, woken by a hooded man standing over her bed.
Big shock. I thought he'd kill me. I'm scared, but he no touch me.
The 96-year-old widow was alone in her St Albans home of 34 years. Her attacker wanted one thing.
I say, I want to find your money. I say, I don't have any money. He find $150. Take it, I say.
She's tough. Tough old bird. Couldn't get any tougher.
The thug had smashed his way in through a back window.
It's definitely cowardly and it's definitely traumatising for my mother to wake somebody up 4 o'clock in the morning and find out, there's a guy in a hoodie, shouting at her, "Where's the money?"
The offender has completely ransacked the premise. He's gone through all the drawers, thrown everything out onto the floor, tipped up beds.
Sophia was so rattled that as her home was being turned upside down, she forgot to press the emergency alarm she has hanging around her neck, which would have brought immediate help. But she wasn't the only victim of a home invasion in Melbourne overnight. At Skye, 3 men forced their way through the front door of a home. A resident confronted the thugs who left with nothing. At Brighton, a large amount of jewellery was stolen from a house despite a resident confronting the burglar. And in Bayswater North, a couple locked themselves in their own bedroom when a man broke in and tried to steal their car. That's 6 home invasions in the past 3 days. But the police minister says that's a coincidence and not because repeat offenders have been freed from juvenile detention this week.
We haven't had a large group of young offenders released recently at all.
Paul Dowsley, 7 News.
A burglar has targeted a 96-year-old great-grandmother in a terrifying home invasion, dragging her around her house as he ransacked her property. As Karianne Greenbank reports, the confrontation was one of 4 on a violent night across Melbourne.
At 4 o'clock this morning, 96-year-old Sophia Barbopoulos was woken by a man standing over her bed demanding money.
Big shock. I thought he'd kill me. I'm scared, but he no touch me.
The terrified great-grandmother was marched around her house, told to point out where she kept her cash. Her phone pulled from the wall so she couldn't call for help.
I say, I want to find your money. I say, I don't have any money. He find $150. Take it, I say.
She's good, but she's tough. Tough old bird. Couldn't get any tougher.
The nightmare happened in St Albans, the hooded intruder smashing a back window to get in.
The offender has completely ransacked the premise. He's gone through all the drawers, thrown everything out onto the floor, tipped up beds. He's really made a mess of the property, unfortunately.
It was the 4th home invasion in 5 hours. The first was in Skye, where a resident injured his hand punching an intruder in the face. He'd been woken by 3 men breaking down his door, so fought back and chased them down the street.
I heard something. It woke me up. It sounded like a smashing of tin. That's sort of what I heard.
While in Bayswater North, another intruder targeted a unit complex in what the victims are claiming was a case of mistaken identity. The couple had to lock themselves in their bedroom after a man broke down their front door. He stole a laptop and their car keys, but before driving off in their Lexus, was interrupted by police. Officers chased his getaway vehicle, a white Hilux ute, for around 7 kilometres from Bayswater Road down Canterbury Road, abandoning the pursuit when it became too dangerous along Mount Dandenong Road. After he got away, a family in Brighton came under attack. They too fought back, but a large amount of jewellery was stolen. Police say it's unlikely any of the break-ins are linked and are still hunting all offenders. Karianne Greenbank, 9 News.